Hey, hold on real quick. Hold on. Pause.
The former Miss Kentucky gets 2 years for sending topless photos to teen student. Claims she was afraid. What?
Afraid of what?
I sent him photos of me, which led to him sending a photo of his privates. A former Miss Kentucky winner was sentenced to 2 years in prison on Tuesday for sending nudes to a teenager. She's 29. Ramsey Bearse.
But she was fucking hot. Wait, how do you spell that?
Accused of sending here. I guess I could share. It's funny.
Okay,
I mean, the story's not funny,
but
it's funny that they show this mugshot. But she was accused of sending topless photo to a 15-year-old student between August and October of 2018 while she was teaching at Andrew Jackson Middle School. We probably talked about this on a recent pod then, but the reason I bring this up, she officially got, the 2 years or whatever. And her explanation, I didn't keep any photos of him or forward them to anyone else. But I did receive them, and I did compliment him in a way which made it look like I did want them because, again, I was afraid to not appease him.
Oh, that's big.
I hope she had a lawyer.
Yeah. Just like that, too.
Yo, Gary has an interesting take on, that type of shit. He's actually, spoke about it to us, before. Gary,
so
run that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much, obviously, with many of these teachers, in these teacher-student relationships, what's going on a lot of times is when, a lot of times most of our relationships, even as adults, say if you are single and, you find someone else in the office, that's usually where you would, make most of your older relationships anyway, whether it was at work or out and about, but typically at work is where you kind of find your spouse. So with a lot of these teachers, they're getting in these romantic relationships rather with other teachers, with students. And I think it's possibly even this psychological thing. You get so comfortable with, being cooped up, in this, i.e. your office, but that's a classroom with these underage kids. And then next thing you know, you end up in and they're flirting back and forth, these kids 17, 18 years old. And it's definitely, being an adult is, unacceptable. You can definitely get somebody older. But you can
Mike know how I used to put it down on Miss Bowman.
You'd see a lot of teachers, you'd see the athletes that would kind of joke around and flirt with the teachers.
Do y'all think
you'd hear rumors, but you're like, there's no way that shit's true. Now looking back,
it happened at my high school.
Any of that stuff was possible,
So what do y'all think that they're all doing though?
I think that they're in close proximity is what Gary's saying. It's having that work boo. You know what I'm saying? Like your work wife and shit like that.
Yeah, because you think about when you're younger. You usually date people that you go to school with, right? Whether you're in high school, college. Once you graduate, it's all right, where do you meet people? People will find people online or date at the workplace. I know some people can't really coexist, and they're like, hey, that's weird.
One of us has
I've
to
done
go.
it, with no problems.
How do y'all feel about that though, man? Dating somebody
Mike married his work boo.
Well, yeah.
I know.
Mike, Mike, you're the exception. But I'm saying usually I feel like this shit's kind of it's dicey.
I guess, yeah, because I'm always one of those people that I'm usually pretty risk averse, but I kind of you're around them, that they're your coworkers and stuff like that,
Your friends.
It's where else you gonna meet them? So when you're single, I don't know. I never had issues with it. I could always coexist.
But spending about 9 hours.
And people they get jealous or whatever, but
because
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
Because I actually deal with something that's was the opposite, where I did try to mess around with a chick at work, and that shit did not end well. You know what I mean?
It never does.
And when it went bad, it's it was awkward to work there. You know what I'm saying? It's you got to see this person every day, and then they talking shit about you to other people, people staring at you, looking at you funny. And it just is bad for me, man.
I'm sorry, I'm so
quiet.
tickled, guys.
Yeah, especially if that person's messy. So
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want that. They gotta
You
keep it
sure
quiet.
don't. Oh my god. Is it
But
my
yeah,
turn?
I mean, I guess I do get that logic. Again, I don't get the logic of, hey, you're a kid, but I get like the proximity, like that, you know. I think Gary hit the nail on the head, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh no, he definitely did. Like that type of shit totally makes sense now. It totally makes sense, like with Gary's take on that shit. Because I mean, we've all been there. Where like, you know, we've had work booze or like, you know, like some type of flirtation between, you know, coworkers and shit like that. I mean, we've all been there, whether you're, you know, single or not. You know what I'm saying? We, you know, kind of all like, I mean, I don't know. I know I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been some type of like weird ass shit like that. And it happens. And, you know, that shit happened at my high school with like some upperclassmen that I actually knew with like the fucking administrators. Actually, they weren't even fucking teachers. They were administrators, like the assistant principals and shit like that. And football players, you know what I'm saying? The jocks and shit like that. That happened at my high school. But like, you know, that's how, I mean, even when I was in middle school, like I was saying, I kind of broke up when Jock was talking. I was like, I used to shoot at like in 7th grade. I used to shoot at like my teachers, like, you know, like Miss Curry and Miss Bowman and shit like that.
Ooh, joke though, you know.
I mean, yeah, it was a joke, but like, you know, like if they like flirted back, nigga, that's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine they're getting all that play. You know what I'm saying? And they just say something like, you know, like that's, oh shit, like those cheeks, dude, yeah, and it's so easy now with this shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were in school,
when we were growing up,
it was hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you like literally have to put in work. You have to like stay after school, get in trouble and shit, get detention, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But like it was very possible. I mean, like for me, like even for me, like my experience, I never clapped any teacher cheeks. You know what I'm saying? But like I could have. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I really tried, you know, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I know at South Falls, man, we had a couple dudes who smashed on old girl. You remember the principal with the blonde hair?
Oh God,
they would say that though. And that was always one of the rumors, and I'd always be like, nah, I don't know, because she was also a lot older than people realized.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are the ones that's getting clapped, nigga. When they're like 60 years old, they ain't getting no dick at home.
Plus, you know, like a girl's sex drive still keeps going, no matter how old they get. You know?
Actually, it increases.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I don't know if they were necessarily like the winners for the students. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because I knew some.
Man, bro, you gotta think when you're in high school, bro, you'll hit anything, fam. Especially if they shoot it at you. Especially if you could get an A or something. Come on, you got an incentive. You clapping.
Extra credit.
Yeah,
extra credit. You could get a PS4, nigga, PS5. What? Come on.
No, Chance, what I was saying is one thing that puts it over the top is, like you brought up with technology. When we were growing up, it wasn't as easy to be as sneaky like that. So imagine a teacher who, you know, was single, you know, they're younger, 29, they see a guy and they're like, oh, I can kind of be finesse with this. Let me see if I can get away with it. They're going back and forth through Snap, IG, whatever. So you're close. So it's that much more accessible. Just like even with celebrities, you know, they're that much more accessible to do whatever. So with that accessibility,
for sure, y'all see my DMs.
So y'all really think these teachers and these students really out here 69ing each other?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I mean, some of them are getting
going back. I'll give y'all a prime example, dude. Going back to 5th fucking grade, Mike can attest to this. We had a hot fucking student. She used to walk with Jake Larson. He was like we
talked about this before.
Yeah, we've talked about this on the pod before. Dude, she was probably like 21. Like, even though we were like 10 and shit like that, dude. Like, imagine if we were like 12. You know what I'm saying? And she like actually like became a teacher like next year. Dude, she was getting clapped, fam. You know what I'm saying?
And my thing is, yeah, like, I'm sorry to cut y'all off and stuff.
Nah,
like,
you good.
My thing is my thing is like, I don't understand. Like, I just want to be in their mind for a little bit. It's like, what makes them attracted to like somebody so young? Because I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go to R. Kelly right now.
I narrowed it down to proximity. That's all I come up with.
It has to be.
Right.
'Cause, I mean, she even said, like I said in that article where she said that she didn't want the pics, but like she told him like flattering things and complimented him. So like this little boy and shit.
She was flirting
about himself.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, what?
Crazy.
Like, you gotta realize, man. You know, like this is a child. You know, I don't know. I just like, why are you? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You destroy
It's
that
just,
innocence without, the person
Yeah,
knowing
I
the
just
side
don't get
effects
it.
of that. You know.
Yeah.
Bro, some people are like inherently weird. They just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
they were just molested.
Or they
as,
like that shit.
Kids, I think.
There's a lot of
I
all
think
of
they're
that
like
out there
molested.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like
those are
that.
all possibilities. Everything we just named. I don't know. It's weird.
All right. Well.